probably a day doesn't go by where you're not responding like this.
That's right.
Almost every day.
Yeah, the kitchen fire is the majority of the fires in the United States that we respond to, fire department-wise, are kitchen fires. And they're due to a variety of factors, some of them being people cooking, leaving the room due to phone calls that get extended, due to having to go to work, the emergency situation in the backyard with children, something of that nature. And quickly the kitchen stove, the cooking is forgotten and left on. Majority of situations that we see is where you'll have a cooking oil situation where somebody's cooking with flammable liquids like a cooking oil. How quickly that can lead to results such as this. Typical pot, this example could have been just boiling water. We don't think of boiling water as a flammable liquid, but once the water is gone, we have an aluminum pot on a hot element, and this is what happens to that aluminum pot. Pretty drastic. And the thing is, it's not just the pot or the fire in this location, it's the extension of that fire to the surrounding, unfortunately we don't have cabinets right here, but if you would picture cabinets, fire rises and that's what gets involved. So what I want to demonstrate today is what occurs with a kitchen fire. We don't have, picture if you will, that this lights due to thermal heat from underneath instead of what I'm doing. Where's Bill Nye, the science guy? He always made it look so easy. There we go. So, with these demonstrations, first of all, what you want to do whenever you have a fire, we've walked into a situation like this. The thing we want to do is, of course, protect yourself. Try not to panic. You see the fire, you want to take a lid of the perfect right size. That's a good sign. We want that. We want to slide the pan lid over the fire, thereby removing the oxygen. When we remove the oxygen from the fire goes out. Don't worry about taking the lid off. You don't want to do that because the oils are still hot. Leave it alone. Turn off the stove. We want to turn, now we've killed the, removed or eliminated the oxygen, we also want to improve the heat. We shut that off. This is annoying. A lot of people, but that's annoying on purpose. It's supposed to wake you up, get you off the couch, out of bed. Some people find it so annoying that they want to pull the batteries. You don't want to do that. All you need to do is take something like your mitt that you used or a towel, and there's an element in there that's taking in these gases and setting off this alarm. So we're going to put fresh air in there by waving this towel or whatever implement you have in your hand, and then the smoke alarm goes off. I do that probably a couple of times a week at home. So it's nothing that you need to be alarmed about, no pun intended. If this had been a situation where I wasn't able to contain the fire, you walk into the room, it is either beyond your ability, there's no lid, safety is first. Your well-being and the people in the home that you're with, their well-being is the most important thing. Structures can be rebuilt. You don't want to be harmed by this. So you can't handle it, it starts extending. First thing you want to do is leave the room, close the door behind you. We want to do that so that the fire doesn't extend into the adjacent rooms and the smoke doesn't extend into the adjacent rooms, so that you have better means of egress for you and your family. Immediately call 911. And get the proper response coming to this scenario so that we can mitigate this for you. Okay? That is the most important thing. Things we don't want to do. We've talked about all the right things to do. I leave the things that you don't want to do is, in this situation, we don't want to take this pan, we don't want to remove the lid. But let's pretend that this fire was going and I didn't have this training and I wanted to take care of this. We don't want to lift this up with a bare hand, for one. We don't want to lift it up at all. We don't want to take a burning pan and go over to the window and try and put it out. What all that can do is get oil on you and burn you. It can leave a trail of fire from here to that window, and you're actually bringing the fire more oxygen, but bringing it to a window, it's going to increase the size of that fire, and you're going to have disastrous results. It does not end well. So the other thing we don't want to do is splash water on the fire. Water and flammable liquids don't mix, they just expand the problem. It splatters, it gets everywhere all of a sudden. You had a little situation here that could have been handled, mitigated very quickly. It's now extended into the cabinets, and again, we're coming and we're going to be taking care of that now. So some simple, very simple things to take care of and do's and don'ts, but they're very important for your well-being and the well-being of your family.